Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Petals from Lindsey Bugbee. Now, the story on this is in the description section. Look at the for more inspiration link. I'm actually going to have two links on there. One is to Tangle Patterns because that's where I found it. It kept popping up, and I was like, okay, all right, your turn is next. So here we are. But then also, because it took me a few minutes to find it in the story, I'm going to put the direct link to Lindsey's blog on there. All right. So this is an interesting tangle. I'm going to do four corners and a border just because I want to. And it's a nice fill in. Or you could use little bits of it for just a little accent here or there. It is one of our favorite shapes. I call it. We typically call it a flux shape. If you watched yesterday's, we did this with lost the name with the Tangle Lily, and and this is all that same shape. All right, so I'm going to start in the corner, and there really weren't. Well, you'll look and you'll see the step outs weren't what I was expecting. So one other reason that I do my own. So I started with one in the corner. I examined what Lindsey had, and I'm like, okay, let's start there because that seemed to be consistent in all of hers. So doing that, and then you're just fitting them in. And she talks about on her blog having these in little clusters, and but not to have it turn into a flower. So not to have it go like all the way around in a cluster. And what I saw on her site, and actually on Linda's thumbnail there also, they're just however you want to put them, however you can fit them in. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then the other thing is, oh no, that looks really contrived, doesn't it? All right, we're gonna mess that up right now. There we go. The thing that I noticed also is keeping a nice distance in between all of them. Actually, I think I'm going to have this one. I'm going to come out with one over here as well. And so this is on the random side, and so of course being me, I take the kind of deep breath and like, okay, and it's because of things like this where I don't want it to look contrived. Let's just put one here at an angle, a little bit bigger, yeah, like that. But it is kind of nice to have a few of them kind of clustered together, going in a direction, and then shake it up in different sizes as well. But I think keeping or maintaining a certain distance in between them is nice. And then for me, it's just like, okay, let's just decide, okay, where do we want to, oh no, you know what, I'll put a nice big one right here. And I should say making the attempt um, to keep a similar distance in between them, because it's not going to be perfect, and we don't want it to be perfect. And then I twist my tile here, deciding what direction might I go next. Oh, let's go this way. And I tell you, once you kind of get in the flow of it, and having a starting point, I think helps, especially if you have random challenges like I do. It just like I don't know where to put it. There, like as if there's a right or wrong, and it's just kind of like the brain short circuits because there isn't, and it's like, but I don't know what to do. That's where my brain goes. Um, so this is good practice, and then having a foundation. It's like, oh, because you could do this. You could put a little cluster in each corner, and then bring it all out to the middle. That might be another nice thing to do. So, fun tangle. Of course, then it's up to you how you might want to decorate that, if you do it all. And looking for my other petal, here it is. What I found, I like what Linda did in her thumbnail, and that was she put like a little curve line and filled in the tips or the pointed ends of them, filled them in with the black ink. And I like that, but I thought, well, you know what, let's just do some shading. And actually on, I'll give you all the details on the blog so you don't have to go look at it apparently. What this is, Lindsay is a calligrapher, and this is, and Linda found this on there, and I don't know that it was designed as necessarily a tangle per se. Linda just said, "Oh, there's a neat tangle," and put it on here. That's what I interpret from what she wrote. So this I was like, okay, well, I need to make a step out for this. But what she used it for was like a background on a greeting card, and really, really nice. So do take a look at it. It has some really good tips on there. Like I said, this one just kept popping up at me, and I think because of the randomness, I'm like, and that there wasn't really a step out per se, and I just kept putting it off, so it just kept popping its head, saying, "Pick me, pick me, pick me." So, see, and I think that looks neat. Something else you could do, and I did this in my step out, is you could put. I resisted putting the line dot dot, because that, to me, that goes with flux, but you still could, or just a line. So on one of mine, I put like 3 lines, or so, whatever would fit. So kind of shading it with the pen. But whatever you want to do with it is whatever you want to do with it, and it's all good. So neat tangle. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have you click the like button. I just feel the need that missed out this border. That's going to be my technical name for it. Missed it out, blur it out. I don't know. So, if you liked it enough to see more, and I hope you did, click on that subscribe button as well. And then, of course, make sure that your notifications are set to how you like them. I personally don't like to be notified of anything. I don't like my phone blowing up. So make sure you set those right, because I'd rather have you not receive any notifications and still be a subscriber. What else? Feel free to leave comments, share it, all that. All of those things help to get the word out about my channel, and I certainly appreciate that. Any and all of those activities. Oops, see, that looks neat. And where does it need to be blurred? Okay, got to get rid of that line. This is just me. Let's see. In the description section, I mentioned finding the links to the step outs, because I always do my own version, and then the creator of the tangle. Below that, link to my website. So if you'd like to join me for online classes, I teach almost twice weekly online. And a lot of them are free. Actually, every Thursday I do 2 sessions that are free. I have a free session once a month on a Tuesday. 2 sessions. Everything I do 2 sessions. When I started doing it, I just kept doing it. And I do have a couple that are paid a month. I also have a membership club and an exclusive class for our members. So all the information is on my website. But come join us for free, and see if you like it enough to come for more. Also, if you're on Facebook, I have a link to my page and our private Tangle Addicts community. Would love to have you follow me at my page, and if you want to join the group, we'd love to have you join us. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.